Hello and welcome to this week's Fundamentals. My name is Thomas and I'm the host of this channel. This week I will analyze a project that was recommended to me by one of my viewers. The project is Flux. Flux is a decentralized blockchain system that works on proof of work, just as Kadena that I analyzed earlier. They also use the Linux programming language to create the apps and to make it easier for developers to create apps on their platform. It is a trend in the blockchain industry to move from proof of work back to proof of stake. But now we see more and more projects like Kadena that use the proof of work consensus mechanism. So with that said, let's jump into this week's video. So I'll start off with the executive summary of the white paper. So the Flux ecosystem is a suite of decentralized computing services and blockchain as a service solution which offers an interoperability decentralized AWS-like development environment. Flux utilizes a native proof of work coin to power this ecosystem, so they are in proof of work, providing an incentive to hardware hosters, governance on-chain, and bad actors migration via staking requirements for the running hardware. So you need hardware in order to mine the Flux tokens. That is the proof of work concept instead of proof of stake. The Flux operating system runs on top of a Linux to provide the network with verified and benchmark high available computing power and utilizes the blockchain to ensure transparency in governance and operations. FluxNode operators can choose from 3 tiers of hardware requirements to stand up after providing the necessary Flux capital soft locked in their wallet. So you need to lock up some Flux in order to mine. This allows anyone to be rewarded for providing hardware to the network from anywhere in the world. Now I want to look into the Flux ecosystem and how fast it is. And here you can see that the block rewards are 75 Flux. There is a 2.5-year halving. So at launch it was 150, meaning that they already passed through a halving. And the block time is 120 seconds. So 120 seconds nowadays is not that fast anymore. So Solana is about 400 milliseconds and Kadena is about 30 seconds to close a block. So Flux is 4 times slower than Kadena. Then we go to the apps, the decentralized apps that are already on Flux, which is DB, which is a DB Fetch, is a decentralized oracle running on the Flux ecosystem to provide aggregable pricing data from major exchanges. So what an oracle does is taking real life data like exchange prices and implements it into the blockchain. Then there is Dropalo. Dropalo is a multi-purpose location-based time-restricted messaging platform, a global bulletin board system where messages have a lifespan and eventually expire. So it's like a WhatsApp or Facebook Messenger. Then there is SyncPaint that allows multiple users to draw one canvas at the same time. That speaks for itself. Then there is Presearch. This is a kind of a Google browser replacement. And it's a community-powered decentralized search engine that provides better results while protecting your privacy and rewarding you when you search. Then there is the Social Consciousness NFT from HubLife, which is an NFT marketplace, so they're also focusing on NFTs. Then there is Folding Home, which is a distributed computer project aimed to help scientists develop new therapeutics for a variety of diseases and means of simulating protein dynamics. And then there is Nitter, a replacement of Twitter. Then the team. The CEO is Parker Honeyman. It's his first big project. He started 4 years ago, so they're still in the startup phase. They only launched their token on the exchanges in 2019, so it's a fairly new project and a team that doesn't have a lot of experience in the crypto space. So they have experience in technology, but not in the crypto space. Then we look at the partners. So the partners are other networks and other processes. The thing that I really miss in here is partners that are really investing, so investment funds or hedge funds that are investing in Flux. But so far I'm not seeing that. Then there's affiliates, which also sell Flux coin on their exchanges. Then I wanted to go to their Twitter page. So their Twitter page, they have 36k followers, which is not a lot in the crypto space, but that's because it's still fairly low ranked coin. They're mostly talking about their updates and where to buy your hardware. So they're really looking for miners that want to provide proof of work to the network. Then we go to CoinGecko, where we can see a really price peak. We can also see that the project started in 2018, 2019, and actually was fairly low for that amount of time, and it really started peaking in August this year. There is around a total supply of 440 million, which is not a lot, meaning that the coins are quite scarce. There's currently in 200 million in circulating supply, and I can tell you that a lot of those tokens are already locked, so locked for mining. Then we go to TradingView. We can see the same price peak, but we can see it in a better way. We can see that the price already dropped from the all-time high. So what is my opinion about this project? I think it is a good project, but compared to their competition, they're kind of slow. The Linux language is really one of their strengths, but I think other projects that have other or their own programming languages that makes it easier for developers to build on the apps are actually also better. So based on Solana and Kadena, I think Flux is not coming near. But in the space of blockchain, I think there is a space for multiple blockchains. And if one of the decentralized apps on Flux is doing well, this would be good for the system. As you see, there is already multiple apps developed, and now it's just waiting to see one of them booming. So with that said, this is the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you have any questions, please leave it back in the comments. Also, if you would like to see any other projects analyzed, I'm always open for suggestions. Have a nice weekend, and I hope to see you next week. Bye.